Hey team, it's Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing great. Got an awesome video with the Druid versus Stalingrad. I like videos like this where it honestly makes a case for why the Druid is so powerful right now. But before we begin, I appreciate all those who have helped support the channel. Like, subscribe, bell button below. Smash that like button if you like what we're doing right here, or dislike, whatever you like to do. And have comments, because we love talking about the environment, the community, and also learning new things from not only the community, each other, but also some upgrades or additions to the game itself, so we can always learn from something and improve as well at the same time. But appreciate all those to support the channel. We're on our way to 500 subscribers, and again, can't thank you enough. So let's talk about it. Druid. If you haven't seen my videos, I do a lot of videos with the Druid. I think it's one of the most, I would say, unique destroyers, and I'm a destroyer main kind of guy. I love battleships, I like cruisers, but I think the most action you get out of this game is playing a destroyer, and you have a lot of fun doing it because not only can you control the battlefield, because you got to do a lot of rolls. You got to cap, you got to spot, you got to hunt DDs. You have to, if you had torpedoes, you can torp, and you can do a lot of things with the destroyer that become very flexible, but also very crucial to winning the game. Because you notice those that lose all their destroyers, literally, that's the team usually wins, because now the other team has nobody to spot for them, nobody to provide smoke, cover, also additional firepower. You also have one of the highest rates of fire in the game. So the destroyer is such a crucial role, and I find that I win more games playing a destroyer than I do a battleship or cruiser, because for me, I'm a go get 'em kind of guy. I'm like an alpha male, if you will. I'm a leader by trade. I have to go out there and get and take command and do something that's really going to affect change, or I see something from overall the what is it called, the 10,000 foot level, if you want to call it, overview, and I see the problems forming, and I like to come up with solutions. I'm also in the military as well. Being an officer, you have to be able to see situations and make decisions that ultimately will benefit your team, your group, as well as achieving an objective. So what do I do right here? This is Epicenter. No, I hate Epicenter because it's all about just driving towards the middle and just creating chaos, and it just doesn't seem very fun gameplay in my mind. It's just everybody just smash in the middle, or they don't smash the middle and they all hang out on the outside. Either way, you lose. So I don't really like this game style, but if I had to play it, here's how I do it. And I also will teach you how I always play the Druid in this tactic. The Druid doesn't have torp, so you can't really just rush in and start torping people, so you got to find a position to use cover for your advantage. It doesn't have 5 km or anything greater hydro. It only has 3, so you can only spot ships 3, which is useless. Don't have radar, can't do anything. Now your smoke is quick smoke, so you're kind of a sitting duck. The only thing you got going for you is the quick acceleration back and forth. So you can go into a cap, decently. Again, you're a slow destroyer, but you do have good acceleration. Allows you to do these little tactics right here, which is hide behind cover and move in and out and around, see, avoiding these torpedoes. Now here's the mistake right here. Holland is trying to rush or open up near a Druid. Now, even though I'm being radared now, I'm using a piece of cover, so their radar is useless. Nobody can fire at me, and so I'm not going to use my smoke. I'm going to wait for this Holland to show up. Now watch this. If he shows broadside, anybody, to counter the Druid, don't show broadside, because look what the shells can do. The shells are taking about 1,900 to about 1,800 to even sometimes 2,000 damage off a destroyer, which, like there, 2,100. You can't take damage like that in a destroyer from a fast-firing boom, RIP, First Bloody. You can't take that much damage that quickly from a Druid, because the rate of fire, especially the way you build my destroyer builds, I'm trying to get them down to 1.5, 1.6 second reloads. You are literally losing about 2,000 every second and a half, which is a very bad deal for a destroyer because you have no time to run away. I don't care what you are. And even if you smoke up or something, if somebody has radar or boom, you have hydro in the area, you're pretty much done. As you can see right there. So that is a tactic right there. So wait for the radar to be gone. Now I can pop out and use my slow little butt here to move in forward. Now again, I see the Stalingrad. He doesn't have radar anymore, so I know he can't use it. So I'm going to go ahead and just pop open and fire at him. But I'm also going to nose in, keeping a slim profile. I also have cover on my right side, which means I'm not going to take fire there, and then the other enemy on the far left is too far away. That's why sometimes these little rank games with only 7 versus 7 is good, because I know there's not ships all over the place, and I've only got ships in a certain field of view that allow me to maneuver and achieve this kind of tactic gameplay style. So now that I've seen the Stalingrad has, I mean, can you believe it? I made a Stalingrad retreat. I mean, that is how powerful the Druid is. It is a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield unless you need support. I would not recommend taking on a Druid by yourself unless you are bold enough just to rush it and, you know, but most people nowadays don't rush anybody because everybody's scared. Let's hang out in the back. But I digress. I like to encourage, you know, Flamo did a great video talking about punish weaknesses on the enemy side. If you see an enemy's weak, then go for it. This is a game. It's a simulation. Why is everybody so scared to take chances? You're not going to lose anything. It's just a game, and it's a simulation to try out new tactics, new theories, rather than I know the tactic of sitting in the back not doing anything ain't going to work. So try to actually do something and try it out, and you'll learn something from it. The majority of the lessons learned are from the mistakes that you make and the bad choices that you also make, which lead to, you know, learning and making better choices in the future. Again, I know I cannot rush a smoke with a Hydra active. That's bad on me because I have nothing to shoot at. And there you got Torps as well, you see? So obviously I have to run away. You know, I didn't know that there was a radar in the area. Moskva, he didn't know he had it popped up, but that would have been great to know that he had a radar. I could have charged the Z-52 and totally taken him out. So, but the cool thing is we can turn back around and our guns are still within range and we're going to fire. Now watch how much damage I can inflict now that he's a radar. Now he's in a bad situation. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm being radared. My smoke does not work, which is bad for a DD nowadays. Don't sit in smoke. And there you go. Look at this damage. Like, I mean, here's the mistake right here. Don't show broadside to a Druid because look at the damage. You're going to take so much damage from all these AP shells, fast firing, and boom, Marceau actually gets the kill. Way to go, teamwork there. That is awesome teamwork right there. I really encourage that. People pushing in, supporting each other, supporting your teammates. I always encourage that, not only in a game, but also in life. If you see your teammate down, try to support and do the best you can to maximize your attributes. So we're going to stay in the middle cap. Again, that's why I hate epicenters. Just like one guy sits in the middle and yay, we capture it, and that kind of ends the game right there because everybody else is outside of the cap and there's nothing they can do about it because they're just going to sit in the back, or it takes too long for them to enter the center. And again, that's also, again, poor gameplay choice because positioning is the first thing I always teach in life and also in this, but it's all about position. If your ship is out of position, you can't do anything, you're pretty much useless. If you're in a good position, you can maximize your benefits and your attributes and so forth. Now here we go, the fight we've all been waiting for, the Stalingrad versus the Druid. Stalingrad has a decent amount of HP or not, 55,000 compared to our what, 12? So we're going to nose in and use as much cover and slim profile as we can because he's got rail guns. But watch this, he's paying attention to the Gudenlu right over on the right. But notice how fast he switches his attention to me. That's how powerful the Druid is. People hate it. People hate the Druid for the amount of firepower it provides. Now watch this. Shoot him full broadside. He's still got 30,000 HP, which thinks that, oh, okay. But anyways, look, his guns are looking at us now. Isn't that crazy? We've now distracted him. He's looking at us, even though he has Gudenlu in front of him. We're taking about 2,000 a second off of him, and now it's 1,000. Now here's another tactic. If you see a cruiser angled in, aim for the nose because that's also the weakest part is the bow. And watch this. I'll just aim at it and take 1,000 off every second. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, and boom. RIP. I activate Cunningham. I get an extra heal. See, that's the tactics you need to be doing right there once you understand how the game works. I mean, knowing that there's nobody else around, I can take on a Stalingrad. He's got longer reload than I do. I can charge him straight on, and his guns are not going to be super accurate at that certain particular range now that he was preoccupied, and I just basically went to town on him. And again, by the time his reload does happen to have, or his guns do reload to get that railgun shot that I know he can do, eventually he's going to get all the guns on me the closer I get to him. But I knew that my reload was way faster. I mean, 30,000 HP, that's 30 seconds of shooting at him. So all I got to do is take him down. I had a little help from a cruiser friend there, which took him even faster. So again, I knew I had the tactical advantage. Now we got the GK, and this game's pretty much over. But anyways, that's the kind of gameplay style I like with the Druid. It's more of a knife fighter, nose in, slim profile, sneaky assassin in the sense. It doesn't have the 5 km hydro like I would say a vampire, which I'll do a next video on. Again, I love the vampire. It's really awesome. It fits my kind of gameplay style, where these close-in gunboat battles, but also running away, sneaky, smoking up, and then providing support to go in and cap and control the cap. That's exactly what the Druid and the vampire do really, really well. And I can see why they locked it behind the Research Bureau, because these ships are absolutely incredible for what they can do in the hands of the right player. I smoke up here because we're taking too much damage, because once the GK locks onto your secondaries, the accuracy gets better over time. So look what I'm doing to him right here. I'm essentially, again, using cover. He's only the last player in the game, but again, I'm always using that tactic to not get, what's called complacent. If I'm complacent, I start dying, okay? If you think that, oh, nobody's around looking at me, you'll play like that for the rest of the time. I always play as if someone's always looking at me. Always act like you have cover on your left or right. It minimizes damage to you. And now we can run out and go to town on the GK right here. And just look at it, 70 penetration hits. The rate of fire on this thing is ridiculous. It's awesome, and it just withers away, and it's annoying, death by paper cuts, if you will. But it is something to be reckoned with. So anyways, I appreciate all the likes and subscribers, bell buttons, comments, anything you can to help us support. Appreciate it all. We love it all. And we like the community, sailing ships, shooting ships, and having a great time, and learn something at the same time. Again, appreciate all those watching. Appreciate the support, and hope you enjoyed the video about the Druid and learned something as well. And until next time, we'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers.